carbon deception. This is architect Perumal, Nagapushnam from What's Wrong Out There. In this video, I want to explain why carbon dioxide does not affect global warming nor acidify the ocean. The rationale is simple and no rocket science. Carbon is the essential part of our body, is essential part of vegetation and animal, and it is the essence of life. The world needs more carbon and not less of it. Sadly, we are going the wrong way, playing carbon to take care of the earth, reducing the carbon to save the world. 31,000 scientists have declared more carbon in the air and ocean will improve the quality of animal life and vegetation life in the sea and land. The quantity of carbon dioxide is 0.04%, and it is called trace gas, not for nothing, meaning its quantity is so small it's hardly discernible. There are 5.5 quadrillion tons of carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide in the air, of which oxygen is 21%, and nitrogen is 78%, and carbon dioxide is 0.04%. There are 0.02 quadrillion tons of carbon dioxide in the air. Whatever the carbon dioxide we've emitted since 1880, or emitted every year, that is about 40 billion tons per year, is pittance. The global weather change has two parts, warming and acidifying the ocean. First, the global warming effect. The proportion of carbon dioxide with respect to atmosphere in the air is 1:2,500, which is equivalent to a lady weighing 68 kilograms compared to 2 Boeing planes. The amount of carbon dioxide is so small, as it's called trace quantity or trace gas, and that's why carbon dioxide is so trace. It has no efficacy or power to stop the heat from reflecting into the earth because of the trace quantity, and its effect is called trace effect, and no greenhouse warming effect at all. It's like a lady swallowing a whale or swallowing 2 Boeing planes. Not possible, is it? The warming is utter rubbish. Secondly, the acidifying of ocean. The amount of weight of water in the ocean is 1,380 quadrillion trillion tons of water. The proportion of carbon dioxide with respect to water in the ocean is 1:617,000. That is comparable to a lady weighing 68 kilograms compared to 1,023 Boeing planes, 73 planes. If all the carbon dioxide were hypothetically, for argument's sake, dumped into the ocean, it would not reduce the alkalinity of the ocean, nor one bit increase the acidity at all. And this is why this is a big hoax. The amount of carbon dioxide in relationship to the water is hardly imaginable. It's not even trace. It is pittance. It is tiny. And I can't imagine how the alkalinity of the ocean is affected. The new global weather change movement has demonized carbon and attempting to reduce the carbon with regulated words such as for buildings, zero carbon emission building, net zero building, carbon offset, carbon footprint, green buildings. For the cities, they use words as carbon neutral city, carbon sequestering, carbon offset, carbon zero cities. For the economy, they use carbon neutral, carbon negative, carbon tax, carbon offset, zero carbon economy, and so forth. And by all this, demonizing the carbon is not going to help the universe at all. An increase in carbon dioxide in the air help plants and animals in the land and ocean to increase in the foliage and increase the size of the crustaceans in the ocean. As carbon dioxide is the essence of life for living things, right now the false model in global weather change is used to demonize fossil fuel. The carbon dioxide as the source of all weather change is unproven. Furthermore, the carbon dioxide from fossil fuel were all in the air at one time or other, and the total amount of carbon dioxide in the whole universe is always a constant. Carbon dioxide did not arise from nowhere, but all carbon dioxide from fossil fuels were at one time in the air 1,000 years ago. The sum total of all the carbon dioxide in the universe is a constant. It is sequestered into the trees, and then fossil fuel, and then burned, and then releasing the air again is a cycle. Thank you for watching. If you learned something new in this video, kindly hit the subscribe button as we will keep you posted of the new videos. I'm architect Perumal Nagapushnam from What's Wrong Out There.